Hello, my name is Joe Moore, and I'd like to talk to you tonight about course resources and intellectual properties. So you're sitting at home and you're trying to create some wonderful material for your students, and you're asking yourself, what online materials can I use? What are my legal responsibilities? How much will this cost? How much time will it take? And the whole time in the back of your head, you're thinking, how fast can I get this done? I'd really like to go outside and play. However, I have a few tips for you that might make your day more efficient and much more enjoyable. One of the first questions you might want to ask yourself is, what course resources can I use in my online class? As instructors, we have access to Open Educational Resources, or OERs. Since 2005, the OER community has grown to encompass organizations, educators, and individuals worldwide who are willing to share resources on the internet. OER use is free. Let's say that one more time. It's free. Free, free, free. And the idea behind this whole organization is that they'd like us to share their activities and they'd like to share knowledge. Therefore, we are encouraged to freely use, adapt, or add to our content, and then share our input with other instructors. OER content ranges from small learning tasks, images, quizzes, lesson plans, syllabi, or even entire courses. Look for terms for use of each of these OER sites, though. For example, MIT OpenCourseWare clearly states that the content can only be used for nonprofit groups and educators. You must attribute the material to MIT, and everything you create with their content must be shared. You can find OER content through your library database or the web. There are some well-known sites that provide collections of OER, such as OER Commons, located at oercommons.org. Imagine that. You can access information from Community College Consortium. This is an incredible site created by community college instructors to make all college material available online. What a way to leave a legacy. You can also use the Internet Archive. You can also access free ebooks from Project Gutenberg. So you can see there's a wealth of information and it's all at your fingertips and it's all free. Secondly, you might want to ask, what are my legal obligations with the use of someone else's material? You may want to utilize material that is governed by copyright and fair use laws. So you will have to determine if you have the right to use other people's material to add to your class. For a handy checklist for instructors to use with determining the legal issues of copyright, check out the TEACH Act. This lists some very specific items for an instructor to check. Basically, though, the copyright law specifies 4 overall determining factors. 1. What is the character of the use? Is this material to be used for commercial or non-commercial purpose? If you are a teacher at an educational institution, you would have no problem satisfying this criterion. Number 2. What is the nature of the work to be used? If the work is in the public domain, then you would be fine with use. If the material is copyrighted, you may need permission from the owner. In this case, you would have to write a letter to the copyright holder and ask permission for use. How much of the work will you use? Number 3. Large amounts and large percentages of the original work do not qualify for fair use. And number 4. What effect would the use have on the market value of the original work? Use that would significantly damage the market value does not qualify under the fair use law. This is a key provision for online instructors. You would probably qualify under fair use laws in a password-protected environment. However, if you present this material in a free environment, it would not qualify for fair use. So if you're going to present material that is text, audio, or video without paying a fee, remember to follow the above-mentioned guidelines for copyright and fair use by number 1, limiting amount, number 2, limiting time, and 3, limiting access. An important question you might ask yourself is, if I'm not sure whether or not I can use someone else's content, the rule is, when in doubt, ask. Linking to someone else's public website does not contradict the copyright strictures. However, as a courtesy, you would be advised to let the owner know that you are linking to their site. And increasing Web 2.0 sites like VoiceThread, YouTube, and TeacherTube allow for copying and embedding of code within your course management site, blog, PowerPoint, or web page. This permits your students to play the videos or other multimedia from within your course site. The third question you might have is, what are the issues to consider when creating online instructional material that will have web accessibility? Basically, web accessibility means that people with disabilities can perceive, understand, navigate, and interact with the web. This also means that people can contribute to the web. Web accessibility encompasses all disabilities that affect access to the web. This includes visual, auditory, physical, speech, cognitive, and neurological disabilities. Millions of people have disabilities that affect their use of the web, and we are required to make any materials we use or create available to all users. Web accessibility also benefits people without disabilities. A key principle of web accessibility is designing websites and software that are flexible to meet different user needs, preferences, and situations. Accessibility also concerns situations for people with slow internet connections, people with temporary disabilities, and people with changing abilities due to aging. A fourth question you might have is, how can I create my own intellectual property, and how can I protect this web content? So it seems fine to borrow someone else's work to teach your course, but it can be quite another thing if someone borrows your work, right? Well, the most obvious technological approach in reducing theft of your material is to have it password protected. You might want to use Adobe Acrobat. This program permits you to create the Acrobat file format with options that can limit the unauthorized use of your material. Do consider whether you want to protect work you created because you believe the material could generate income, or you simply want acknowledgement and attribution for your work. The Creative Commons license may be a good approach for this material. When you sign up for a free license with this organization, you can decide the limitations you want to place on material you publish online. This can range from no restrictions to no modifications or use by commercial entities. And finally, what tools are available to assist me in creating great material for my class? There are so many tools that will help you with creating your masterpiece that I will go over just a few. There are, of course, cool tools that are listed on the POT website. This is a great site for tools that have been tested by other instructors. I also like to link to YouTube videos, and then I can edit them for my class. SlideShare is a great option, as is SoundCloud. Update your PowerPoint slides with the Prezi application. How about trying iJot, Camtasia Relay, or Screencaster for some great video options? How about Vimeo or Glogster? It's all there for you to explore. Well, I hope this has helped you make some decisions about adding to your course with creative text, images, audio, or video presentations. Enjoy your beautiful day and get to creating. There'll be plenty of time for producing great interactive information, and then some time for relaxation and fun for you. Have a great time. Enjoy the creation time.